Welcome to yet another episode of the Oval Ground Productions. I think it's been quite a massive week. It almost
Yes.
seems like it's been a month. Yeah, we get it. We get it. Yes, yeah. It seems like so many days have passed by since we had that game. Clearly, like talking about Arsenal versus Tottenham, which was the big game last weekend. And before we get into more about those results, I think it was a massive midweek as well with
Yeah.
all the Champions League fixtures. We had like Chelsea versus Barça, PSG versus Tottenham, Arsenal versus Bayern, City, Leverkusen, Liverpool, PSV. Like every game had so much to talk about. It was just insane. Maybe we do a quick roundup of the Champions League games and where that puts the teams. I think I'll take the liberty to start with what was pegged as probably the two best teams at the moment. At the
Yes.
moment, again, I will reiterate everything that we hear on social media that it does not matter, and it really doesn't matter that if you're the best team in November. It matters that you're best team in May. So, but let's talk about what we have at hand. And it was Arsenal against Bayern. Bayern having played 17 games this season and having a record of 16 wins and one draw. uh, Clearly the team with maximum goals in the Champions League, while Arsenal, on the other hand, are absolutely, miserly when it comes to conceding. In Champions League, they're so miserly that the goals conceded was zero
Zero.
after the
Yeah.
first four games. So, yeah, I mean, thoughts there? What happened? It seems like, for now at least, we can say that Arsenal look to be, I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, they beat Bayern comfortably. So yeah, if Bayern were considered the best team in Europe, then yeah,
So
it is what it
three
is.
three games, sorry, rather three teams went into the Champions League midweek, unbeaten. Only one remains. I think it was a tactical tactical game, and I think the match showed the difference in class between uh, Arteta's tactical astuteness versus companies, where companies for I'm going to get a lot of stick on this, but for the lack of a better comparison, company is more a Zidane mold, where he gives the freedom to the players to let them do what they want. He gives them a platform, he gives them confidence. He's a man manager, versus Arteta, who coaches the team. And I think my biggest takeaway is long are those days gone where uh, managers like Pep, etc., school Arsenal, and then they patronize us after beating 4-1 and say that, oh, they played so well, they were the better team, they had chances, to people like Joshua Kimmich being butthurt and complaining that they're playing long balls and they're playing like they just butthurt after getting beaten 4-1 and they're crying about how we're playing. So I think I'm enjoying it. It's been a long time coming, where we've had these kind of comfortable UCL night wins against these kind of big opposition. So yeah, hopefully this continues up until May, more days than not, so that we'll be able to have something in our hand and celebrate for the first time since both me and Pranav have been following the club.
Yeah, and from that game, quickly moving on to the other, I would say, yeah, I would slightly say, at least for me, it was a surprise that Chelsea beat Barca 3-0. And of course, I didn't watch the game live, but whatever extended highlights I watched, like Chelsea absolutely pummeled Barca in the first half, even before the red card. I mean, of
Yeah.
course, sure, people might look at the end of the game and say, oh, there was a red card. Oh, so they won 3-0. But Chimpy, over to you.
So for
What
those
a game.
people, they should just go on YouTube and watch the extended highlight. You will not see a single chance in those extended highlights from Barcelona. So that says what about the game. Yeah, no, no, it was a dominating performance, and I saw a reel also afterwards that whenever Chelsea are considered as underdog in any match, they go and they just do the reverse. So again, the Sunday also we are the underdog. So let's see. But
There's a red herring.
Wow.
So one of our mutual friends who we play FPL with was also in Stamford Bridge for that game, and I was talking to him.
oh, wow.
He was so ecstatic. He was so ecstatic, so happy, and yeah, I'm actually very happy that Chelsea uh, did beat Barca because it shows that uh, Barca are not the invincible team that they've been touted to or spoken about. There are chinks in their armor, and Chelsea did very well to exploit that. Like Pranav used pummel, they pummeled them in multiple times. The number of offside goals, that was crazy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
I didn't
four,
watch this
three
game
or
live.
four offside goals. One was
Yeah,
very clearly offside, but others were close. Yeah.
yeah, but I didn't watch this game, but and I didn't know the result who scored because I wanted to have that feeling of watching it without knowing the result, kind of like a match of the day effect. And every time Enzo Fernandez scored, he scored twice, both disallowed. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, my player, he's gonna come into the reign of form, and then damn,
Mm.
offside. But hopefully
Yeah.
not this week.
Yeah, yeah. But after those two games, I think the two other results, just to talk about, probably three. I think PSG beating Tottenham, that was running parallelly with the Arsenal Bayern game, and I watched a bit of that. Uh, what terrific goals by Vitinha. The first two goals, absolutely brilliant. Spurs scored scrappy goals. They were never in the game per se, and then by full time it was already like 5 goals to PSG. So pretty one sided by the end of it. But talking about one sided, I think the two other results which completely shocked everyone were Liverpool and Man City both playing at home but losing, like City losing 2-0 to Leverkusen, and then Liverpool losing 1-4 to PSV. I'm reminded of that header that we had 5 weeks ago saying, is Slot losing the plot? Really, it looks like he is.
There are the talks like to like obviously those are rumors, but to get new managers and all. I don't think
No,
they
no,
will
no, no.
lose
Liverpool
the
are not
trust.
a
Yeah, yeah, I don't
Liverpool
think.
are not a sacking club. No,
Yes,
no, they
yes.
won't. They
They
won't.
will
Yeah.
give definitely
It
chance,
won't
but
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least currently the ship is sinking. Let's see how he
So
comes back.
So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
one other thing that we need to add is of the six teams in the Champions League, apart from Arsenal and Chelsea, all the other teams lost. Marseille lost to Newcastle lost to
Newcastle,
Marseille
yeah.
with Aubameyang turning up. Again, those were the second goal was absolutely insane, like peak Oba goal. Uh, so yeah, it's two teams on the high are going to meet, which again we'll talk about later. But my thing about Slot, which we'll talk about later as well, but I think he is somebody who lucked in with the kind of setup that Klopp had, with the kind of world class players that he had, and he's somebody who's so butthurt that he is willingly putting his players under the bus. In a recent interview, he said that, "Oh, I hope the players are feeling the pressure, and I've set them up as much as they can, but the players aren't executing it." This started as early as Ekiteke removing his jersey and getting sent off in the League Cup, and then him admonishing him publicly. I think he's going to be the first to get fired from Liverpool just because of this, just because of him putting his players under the bus.
I just argue against that a bit and say that it's probably the Dutch in him that he's so straightforward about things that he can't hide behind this whole British face saving game, kind of, where I think like Dutch people in general are known to be quite straightforward with things.
No, no, fair enough. But again, it's not like we've never had any other Dutch managers
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Dutch players who face the music all the time. Van Hal, I agree. Van Hal was very straightforward, but there was some sense, some semblance, some kind of logic. This is just outright calling out the players in public, which Van Hal never did. He was very straightforward with his results and with his methods, but never about any of the players. So this is basically saying, "Oh, not me, them. They're the reason why we're happening,"
Yeah, yeah.
which I think it's very again unlike the culture of Liverpool. So it's let's see. Um, I think
All
their
right.
run of form is going to continue.
With that run of form, let's look at how it has been in terms of run of form for the Premier League teams from last week.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just bringing that up. In the meantime, just one last question. What did you guys think about Pep and his rotation? That he made some 10 odd changes for the game versus Leverkusen, which they anyways lost.
I think good from FPL point of view because we knew know who will be starting for sure, and that's why I have a guy named Cherky in my free draft currently. But because he and Haaland came at 65th minute, so I'm pretty sure that obviously along with
Yeah,
Haaland he will start. But yeah, I think are they comfortably like with 3 games to go. I think they are comfortably sitting in the overall Champions League table, and that's why maybe with the game week 14 also being a midweek, I think he just wanted to give some rest.
okay.
Yeah, that's
I
what even I feel. But I think on
mm,
the other hand, they can quickly slip into the 9 to 24 places in the Champions League. And if that happens, that'll be very troublesome because then they'll have to play 2 more games, which they did last season, by the way.
yeah,
And that doesn't really help at all. So I'm sure
Hmm.
Pep will be overlooking that. And what this result means is that now, when the last two Champions League group stage games come in, and
Hmm.
they come in Jan, uh, he'll have to again field his best team and try to get a result there.
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
So yeah, that's going to be a bit tough. I'd rather be on the side where you're 5 games played, 15 points in there, locked in, and then you're like, okay, we'll see whatever happens. Yeah.
So their just to summarize, their remaining fixtures are Real Madrid away, Bodo Glint away, Galatasaray home. Real they play in December. Bodo and Galatasaray they play in January.
January.
They are tied for 10 points, along with
A lot of other teams.
yeah 6 to 10 are all tied for 10 points, and they're on the ninth spot. There's another whole host of teams, including Galatasaray, up until 14 who are on 9 points. There's another whole host of teams. From 17th upwards, they're just separated by 2 points. 6 to 17 separated by 2 points. It's going to be
Yeah.
quite crazy. So very fun to see.
All right. So we have the results from last week. Let's go over them. And before we get into the results, I'm just looking at the greens for Chimpy here. One, two, three, four, five, with some bangers. He got the Chelsea result on the dot, Brighton,
Second
Brentford
time.
on the dot.
So
Wow.
so
Yeah,
hat trick is
pretty
coming
good.
for the correct
Ooh,
result.
Oh, 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 wow, the confidence.
it's oozing confidence
Lovely.
right now.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go game by game. I think Burnley Chelsea pretty much one-sided.
Actually, Burnley
Burnley are,
give a
yeah.
tough time during some starting 20-30 minutes. But
Hmm.
yeah, after that it was like we were just holding their attack, and then afterwards it was Neto running all over the pitch with his quick sprints and comfortably, very comfortable win after that.
And my main takeaway, outside of Enzo Fernandez finally returning from me and Chimpy, is what is up with Garnacho and him changing his hair every 1 2 weeks. I was like, who is this new player wearing 49? And I was like, oh, he's dribbling and running like Garnacho. I was like, that's Garnacho. It was a shock for me initially because he was doing the Modric blonde hair. Then suddenly
Yeah.
brunette. But yeah, the great game. I think it was a fun watch. Uh, there were times where I felt that Burnley could make a difference, uh, but I'm again they did not have enough teeth in them. One player, personally for me, who I love seeing in a Burnley shirt is Hannibal. I don't know if you've seen it, the number 28 for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Ex-United Hannibal Majri. Yes.
Beautiful player. Oh God, the ball just sticks to its feet, and every time he's on the ball, he just tries to make something happen. So good. But yeah, that was a side note. But again, comfortable win for Chelsea.
Will
Uh,
Estevao start versus Arsenal? What do you guys think?
nah, nah, I don't think so.
I want him to start. Let's see.
Then Palmer comes off the bench in that case.
Palmer anyway comes will come off the bench. I don't think he will start. Yeah, Maresca will not rush him directly into starting 11.
So if in case there is an inclination that Estevao is going to start, I have a feeling that Miles Lewis Kelly is also going to start for Arsenal.
Oh.
Is because he's a better one-on-one than Calafiori.
Mm-hmm.
Calafiori is slightly more marauding. Again, that's what I think. Uh,
I'm pretty sure Calafiori will start.
yeah.
MLS didn't look the part against Bayern, honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah, probably the only weak link that Arsenal had. We also conceded the goal from his side where he was in no man's land by the time. I know it was like a one-off like long ball ping that they did,
Hmm.
but MLS was so far off, and then yeah, he just struggled in a couple of other situations as well.
So I
Just
have
not up to
slightly
the
differ.
speed.
I slightly differ majorly because MLS's role in that particular game was to be in a position where Olise never had a chance to run at him and run towards the ball or have a shot at the goal. The reason why that particular cross ball happened was because Mosquera went from where he was, went man on man to mark Carl right up till the first or the first third of Bayern. And Miles was basically also charging up front. Again, that's a mistake. He should have also looked at where he is, and he should
Yeah,
have
yeah, I think we'll go like we can go very
yeah,
deep into this analysis, but broadly, I still feel like Calafiori is still going to be the first choice who might still play, but yeah, we'll wait and see.
yeah,
Estevao versus either of them will be a good
very
battle.
fun
Yeah,
watch. Yeah,
yes, yes. All right, from a pretty one-sided game for Chelsea to Bournemouth West Ham, which ended up as a 2-2 draw. While I think this is one of the games where the scoreline actually flatters West Ham by giving them a point away from home. Bournemouth were
Ruthless.
insane in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
second half. Yeah,
Some 4 XG or something, if I recollect. But one thing
yeah,
which Zoff from FPL where he mentioned in the podcast is it was also because of the some wind. Like when Bournemouth were playing in the first half, they were playing against the wind, and it was becoming very
okay.
difficult for them to press. While in second half, the things obviously changed, so it also helped a lot. But again, like obviously not taking anything away from Bournemouth, overall they dominated the game, and as Pranav mentioned, I don't think the scoreline justifies what exactly how exactly the game went.
I think it was. I think it's slightly justified it majorly because the two goals that Bournemouth, rather West Ham did score were brilliant moments from Callum Wilson.
yeah.
He made it happen. It was his home ground or former home ground, and made sure he got them those two-goal lead. And also uh, part where Bournemouth weren't good finishers; they were just hitting it at the keeper. And also Ariola saving a lot of potential chances as well. So it's a mix of brilliance from two players from West Ham and a mixture of Bournemouth not going for power rather than placement in certain cases when they were shooting at the goal.
Yeah, my only thought there is like on any other day, you would see Bournemouth winning this, but I can't say the same that on any other day you could see West Ham winning this.
Hmm.
So
Interesting. Fair.
that was my uh, sort of thought after this game. Yeah,
Specific
but
on West Ham,
yeah.
sorry, before we move on to the next game,
Hmm.
what's your feeling of Nono having changed stuff there? Because I think between the time he's taken over the last three game weeks, they've won twice, they've drawn. What do you feel? Like, how has the team? Is that a team we could potentially monitor going forward?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's more a wait and watch. I
Yeah,
can't see any like strong patterns emerging that like you monitor from an FPL standpoint and say that, oh, you know what, this guy, this player is the one to watch out for. I'll give it some more time. Yeah.
Okay, got it. For example, okay, specific to this week, is let's say a Paqueta or a Bowen on a free hit against Liverpool uh, at at the London Stadium. Is that something you will look at?
I won't. See, it's still Liverpool. They will figure things out hopefully, but it's still West Ham also. Like,
Sure.
I don't think that's safe. But like, if you want to be way differential, yeah, obviously you can do that and for fun. But I don't think I'll go there in a free on a free hit.
Yeah, and more importantly, I think there are better options.
Yeah, better
Yeah.
matchups, better options. Like, why would
Yeah.
I waste a forward spot on Bowen?
We'll come to my predictions, but I think West Ham are going to nick it this one as well. But yeah, let's
We'll
let's move
see.
on to the next
We'll
one.
see. Yeah.
Just I'll
The
be just
Yes.
back in a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Brighton Brentford game. Pranav, that guy scored again.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah.
so like
By the way,
goal
I just changed my prediction last minute. Okay, I was on 2-1. So the thing that happened was I was on 1-1 for the Bournemouth West Ham game, and I was 2-1 for the Brighton Brentford game.
Hmm.
These are the only two predictions that I changed last minute, and I flipped the other way on both.
Got it.
So yeah, just one of those.
Also, aren't you a Minte owner? Um,
No, 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 no.
or you were contemplating of getting him in
Yeah,
between,
yes,
in,
yes.
and then
Minte fan for sure, but not an owner yet. Yeah,
I think he was also pretty lively this game as well.
yeah,
Um Again, Welbeck in his is the goal had he scored. Oh wow, it was so good. Proper centre forward play, and the ball from Minte is very good.
yeah.
My only issue uh, of having never thought of Minte quite seriously is how streaky they are, uh,
Hmm.
and never felt the reason to get him on board. But majorly that.
Yeah,
Otherwise, great player, like you said, great fan. And I
yes.
stand by my thought and opinion that Thiago is somebody like a striking Miljojevic as a striker who's just scoring penalties, nothing else. Uh,
Finally, he didn't score one. I was
I'm
happy because of it.
yeah. So again, I don't see them creating chances in open play. I didn't see him much being available in open play as well. So I still am on that particular thought process for him.
Okay, okay, fair, fair. But otherwise, yeah, pretty clean win for Brighton, and I think this is just one of those games again where potentially like proper battle between two teams, probably equally matched up and could have gone either way. Yeah. Coming to the next one, and I'll start off on this because I said in last week that there is that soft corner potentially on Fulham where I just want them to do well and get a point. Well, they got three and not one, so I'm very happy for Fulham. Yeah, good game. And sorry, going back from 2 weeks ago when Arsenal drew against Sunderland, and post that when we spoke. I actually spoke about this that Sunderland right now for what they are, what form they are in, and etc. Like atmosphere, players being pumped up, etc. This was a good result for Arsenal. Come, let's say April or whenever, people might look back at it and say that, oh, how did Arsenal draw against Sunderland away from home? It's actually getting there now where Sunderland's
Yeah,
like that high is probably melting down a bit. But yeah, they're still a good team. But yeah, just happy for Fulham though.
They're going to be comfortably mid-table,
yeah,
Sunderland. But yeah, agreed. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Africa Cup of Nations is also going to impact their team
yeah.
Yeah,
over those 5-6 game weeks.
They'll be the most impacted team from the number of
Yeah.
players point of view.
yeah.
So I think avoid for now. Yeah.
Chimpy, any Fulham assets to look at?
Again, I see Raul Jimenez you can punt again because Muniz is out till Jan from attacking point of view. Apart from that, Anderson only who gives you DEFCON irrespective of the result.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's like spread across the team. You don't know who will turn up on that particular day. So
Unless you're unless you're able to find the purple patch that Iwobi is going to go on for 5 game week where he's going to
but
score 90% of his goals and assists. I think nobody else
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
anywhere there. On to the big one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Take it away.
Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. Any thoughts, Chimpy? There.
no, actually, yeah. So I did watch it. Again, I don't know. We were right on selecting the thumbnail for our last week's video. So again, in the room, in the dressing room, in the training ground, we don't know what is happening. But now again, there are rumors also that okay, the fans are demanding why are we playing Salah? We should do something else. So again, it like Slot is not finding that his playing 11 which he can stick to, which is like becoming more and more difficult with more and more losses. This is, I think, West Ham United against this week is a very good chance for Liverpool to turn things around. I feel because again Nuno is also not fully there yet with West Ham, and with the two losses, I hope that they get something out of that. But again, secretly, I hope that they lose. So let's see how it goes.
Chimpy, the secret is out in the open. But
Yeah.
No,
yeah, but
because for
Liverpool Forest
Salah,
again, like Chimpy said,
I
I
feel
watched the game as well. Yeah, in fact, I felt like Salah looked like his former self a bit in the first half, where he was actually making the defenders sweep the floor while he's on the ball. Like two, three classic dribbles in the box, putting the ball in. He looked much sharper than what I've seen earlier. But then come the second half, like Forest god of the blocks, scored their second, scored a third. Uh, they were just, yeah, just so good, so good. Liverpool had no response. And by the way, this is like a, I don't know. I saw a stat at the end of the game that this was Liverpool's joint heaviest defeat at Anfield. And I'll tell you what, this is the more startling fact. The other four joint defeats, it's almost like over a course of 25 years of Premier
Yeah.
League football at Anfield, they've only lost by 3 goals, and the worst is like a 4-1 or a 3-0. That actually talks about like a proper, big team element to it and how strong they are at home, despite where they have been in the league. Like they have finished seven, they've finished eight, they've had bad seasons and so on. But this is a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
I'll just be back in a minute.
Yeah, I personally, I think the performances weren't that great from all the players, and even in the UCL, it wasn't that great. There's a very interesting interview by Curtis Jones at CBS Sport where he talks about how the players are not tackling, how the players are not running, and then Carragher goes on a rant about, hey, who's stopping you from running? Oh, go for the tackle. Nobody's stopping you. People can stop you from playing football, but nobody can stop you from running, chasing, pressing. So why are you not doing that? And Carragher has also been asking, or rather, has been very open and saying that you can't be critical of players on the field like a Virgil or a Salah, but off the field they are leaders. They should have come out.
yeah.
So I think there's a big issue in the dressing room. Uh, there were Liverpool fans who I knew of, who after the transfer window were telling that they're going to do a quadruple this season. That was it. I've brought this up to them, and they were like, "Oh God, how stupid we were." So yeah, that's just about it. Majorly from a Liverpool perspective. If there's
Yeah.
nothing else, we could then move on to the next one.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, Wolves and Crystal Palace, being a Mateta owner, I was slightly concerned of him getting subbed off at 59 and then again at 62nd minute during the UCL game. Hopefully, it's just his minutes being managed and nothing else. Uh, Munoz. Pranav, you're welcome for making
Yeah,
sure that you got him in. So, yeah, I think it was a very comfortable game. There was a few chances, but then Wolves made sure that they kicked the ball out for a goal kick rather than into the goal, in towards the goal. So Henderson was also not that much challenged. Pretty straightforward from my side. And again, uh, the bridesmaid is still the bridesmaid. Pino has scored again. Yeah, on to you guys.
I think yeah, it was a close game. 2-0, like the Munoz goal, it just fell in front of him, and then he took a nice shot. But
Yeah,
it was close until that score happened, and then I think yeah, Wolves lost the plot, and then like Pino goal was a nice one. So nothing to again very difficult to invest in any FPL assets as others pointed out. Sometimes Sar scores, sometimes Mateta scores, sometimes Muno scores. So yeah, we'll have that conversation during when we discuss free hit.
yeah.
yeah. Just last thought on Wolves. They seem to be on track for, I don't know, potentially beating the record of Derby County right now.
Yeah, it seems interesting, honestly. How
Yeah,
they're going
seems like there is no way back. And
to.
probably the appointment of Rob Edwards, and they've given him a 2.5 year contract. While watching the game, I almost had a feeling that the board and Edwards himself are in a position where they are already planning this out that they are going to play
Yeah,
championship next
yeah,
season.
yeah,
So it almost gives me that feeling. Yeah.
yeah. Fair. Felt the same.
Okay, quickly Newcastle Man City. What a cracker. What a game. What an absolute banger of a game. I
Yeah,
watched this. Oh man, Newcastle should have ran away with it in the first half. The like I think there were of course there was that big Harvey Barnes chance, but he had another chance before that early on, which was also equally good.
mm,
And oh man, they were at the races from the get-go. Wow, wow. And then they scored. City came back in 3 minutes, but that didn't deter them at all.
Mm.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, over to you. I loved watching that game.
so, like I predicted, City were going to get suffocated in the midfield with the pressing, and that's where most of the chances came. It was very, very obvious that they were not able to contain this physical and running midfield. And yeah, it was quite unidirectional in a lot of spaces. And the only chance that they got, or the chances that they got, were those over the top balls or late shoulder balls for Haaland running in and trying to score. The first half personally was a master class of not being able to finish their chances from both the sides. Haaland also had a few.
Yeah, in
New
second minute only, I think he had a clear chip chance, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just yeah, one of those games where Haaland didn't fire and City weren't able to capitalize or win the game. That over reliance is coming up quite a bit these days, and yeah, that's why I feel that City are still not up there yet to mount a challenge properly, maybe across all the competitions, and they'll have to pick and prod that, oh, this is what I'll focus on, and this is where we want all the players to focus on, which is going to be very, very difficult for somebody like Pep because he's all on monster across all the games.
Just one thing from FPL point of view, we should just like keep it note that Newcastle is still a difficult team to beat at their home.
Yeah,
Like their away record sucks, and you can target them in an away fixture. But at home, even though as you mentioned, others there were a lot of chances in the first half, but still, they are a difficult. They also created a equally good chances, so
yeah.
they are still a very difficult team to beat at home. I don't know what happens to them when they go away, but yeah,
Just to clarify, I meant chances for both the teams,
yeah.
predominantly more falling towards Newcastle. But yeah, I completely agree. St James's Park is very, very difficult for anybody to visit, which is why I was so pumped up when Arsenal came back from one goal down to get it, because I think that's where the whole psyche changed for
Yeah.
Arsenal. That's where a lot of things started clicking for us again. But yeah, more about Arsenal later. Leeds Aston Villa. I was very very happy when Leeds were 1-0, hoping for a clean sheet from Rodon because they started him. But then Rogers turned it up. Rogers was just crazy. The free kick, the second goal free kick was just beautiful. I think, uh, is this a sign that Rogers is finally getting his shooting boots on, especially given your free hitting, Chimpy? What do you think? That's like, which side are you going on, Rogers or Marlin? What are your contemplations there?
So Emery is definitely clicking again. Again, it's difficult because goals are spread across Bundia, then Rogers, and your Marlens of the world. Marlen, I really want to punt, but because of Emery being Emery, and he might just not start him again this week and might get him as a sub during 50th or 60th minute. I just want 90 minutes man on my free, so I'm going with Rogers. But overall, Villa is clicking. I think they are on the upward trajectory. So a good team to invest, but again, not from the like. I don't want them long term. So I think that's another reason to free it. That okay, it's a great fixture. What Pranav mentioned just about Wolves, that they are already thinking of championship. So it's a great fixture to target for the players you don't want to hold for a longer term. And yeah, I think I'll be having three Villa players in my free.
One question, just to understand your logic. Uh, so you are saying that you don't want them long term, and given it's a free hit, wouldn't you want somebody who is more gonna be there towards the goal mouth in some way or form, even if they don't play, let's say 60 minutes? There's a chance that Bendia comes in and potentially scores. Would that not be attractive for you, especially given you're just taking them in for 1 week rather than minutes?
It is attractive, but that's why I don't want to take punt with all of my playing 11. So I'm
Got
taking punt on few, but not on the Aston Villa team where I want the sure starters.
Makes sense. Got it. Yeah. Pranav, anything on this game?
Yeah, Villa, I think they are getting there. I think Emery's getting his players together. I think the problem for them has been since probably last Jan when they sold. It was Jan, right, when they sold John Duran.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
and it still hasn't worked for them, and it probably tells you a lot about Ollie Watkins. Like he's been quiet for 2 seasons now. I mean, a season and a half,
Only
a full
fired up
season and a half.
during preseason and then just not clicking.
Exactly. And that bullshit preseason led me to, sorry for saying
Yeah,
bullshit,
yeah.
but yeah, like that led me to getting three Villa players at
Oh
the start.
God.
Chimpy, I blame
Yeah,
you
yeah.
for that, for putting all those stats. That Villa looks
I
so
God.
take
good.
that blame. I'm not going with the preseason results from any time
Oh
next year
man. Yeah.
onwards.
Yeah. But yeah, Villa look the part. They are getting their act together. Team to watch out for, definitely, once they identify. Like again, it's a case of what's their actual ideal playing 11 and who plays
Hmm.
where and so on. But yeah, Rogers looks the part. Let's see. But by the way, I was just reading it somewhere and bro, someone said it. I'm not so sure who. Like the Rogers goals were also not.
Yeah, yeah, his chances and his
Yeah, it's
numbers are
not a
not there.
dominant way.
That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
said I
It's
just want 90-minute player to play against Wolves. That's why
yeah,
Watkins, Bundia, and Marlon doesn't like they might get sub and get rotated. That's why I'm just going with Rogers. His
hmm,
numbers are worse than Marlon or I think
Yeah.
even Bundia, but yeah,
yeah.
just for that to be there on the pitch against Wolves for 90 minutes, I'm going with him.
So, so just to sum that part about Marlon specifically, since October, Marlon has scored 6 goals for Villa. Cumulatively, all the other players have scored five at the same time. So he's running in this rich vein of form. I know Pranav and I will not take him, and we've already mentioned why and what reasons they were. He's just
No,
on that
no.
level.
Sorry, it's nothing to do with him being ex Arsenal. I just don't like him. After
Yeah,
the Champions League final where he played for Dortmund, he's just such a frustrating person to watch.
yeah,
And then again at Euros, I was there live, and I like when there was the semi-finals, England Netherlands. Oh my God! The
so
moment they got Malen on, I was like, okay, fine, yeah, England are through with this one.
England are finally through. All right, on to
Moving
the
on to the
next big one.
London
I
Derby.
think before me and Pranav start, Chimpy, thoughts on the game. How do
Wha-
you feel?
you tell us, how did it feel selling Eze for Mbemo?
I mean, see, I called that he's going to score. Uh, Again, in hindsight, if the price rise pressures were not there, uh, I could have or would have sold Gakpo or a Semenyo just to keep Eze in the team. But I'm okay. I think my Arsenal results are always greater than my FPL team, so
It's true.
I'm totally happy. Uh, and yeah, the main thing that was surprising, which me and Pranav were speaking about separately, was the amount of space that Spurs allowed Eze to have and shoot.
Hmm.
It was just very very surprising for me because I didn't expect Spurs to be so open in the middle, especially given that they were playing with somebody like a Paulinia, a Bentancur, or a Papi Sarr whenever he came on, uh, who were very, very physical and who block lanes and passing lanes. So, yeah, mm, again, could have been nearer to the 1 million. Yes, I still have a phone number for a rank, but very, very happy that I scored that hat trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the game was pretty much what Thomas Frank said in post match. Like Spurs were just second best to all kinds of duels all over the pitch,
Yeah,
and that's what led to Arsenal just dominating the game. And yeah, I almost sense that pattern that Arsenal are not the team who start strong or start fast. Like, you had the Brentford from last season where they would end up scoring a goal in the first 10 minutes or so.
mm,
Arsenal are a team that get into the game. They tend to read the opposition a bit
yeah,
more, and probably that's something we'll see on Sunday as well against Chelsea, where I think Chelsea's best chance will be the first 10-15 minutes, where some random run, mazy run from Neto or Pestava starts or Garnacho does something. I would actually be very wary of that because Arsenal are a team that want to understand the rhythm of the opposition on
mm,
that day. And that's what happened in this game as well. Yeah, if you look at the first 10 minutes, I think possession wise, Spurs had more possession. They were doing a bit more. And as the game went by, again in the second half, like it's a very proper pattern that I've seen twice over the course of the last week
yeah.
against Bayern, against Spurs. Second half, Arsenal just completely end up being the dominant side. So we'll wait and watch. But yeah, good result.
Good
Bragging
goal
rights for,
from Richarlison, by the way. Like, he took it well. I know, like, it was a miss from Zubimendi or whatever, but he took
yeah.
it well,
Yeah.
just to give him
Yeah,
credit
yeah,
for
of
that.
course, of course. Oh, great shot, great shot. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But random, sorry, side point to
Yes,
that.
I know what you're
Rich
gonna do. Oh yes, I know what you're gonna say.
Richarlison scored against PSG in the midweek. Okay, and he picked up the ball from the net and started running towards the halfway line because in his mind, whenever he scores, it's a consolation goal always. Later, he realized, oh, they're actually in the lead, and this was 1-0 Spurs. Oh my God, guys just so used to scoring consolation goals.
But yeah, so I think that was the only cherry in the cherry that was not there on the cake, and also that we didn't score a set piece goal. Another fun, interesting stat: Arsenal in November has scored the most number of open play goals,
I just knew it that you would say this. I just knew it.
7 goals, as compared to the next best being 6. So set piece FC, ole ole ole, set piece FC, ole ole ole.
Yeah, I'll correct the chant for you. It is set piece again, set piece again, set piece again. Ole ole. Be ready
Yes.
for that tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be fun. But
Yes,
yeah,
last one. I think last one. I was the only one who went against United, and I said this that I had this sneaky feeling that Everton will
yeah,
get something,
yeah, you did, you
and
did. You
boy,
called
they
it.
did.
Yeah.
You called it. You did call it, actually. And you specifically mentioned why Everton, Old Trafford, good record. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, just for the record, by the way, this was Everton's first win at Old Trafford in the last 13 years.
yeah,
Okay.
and
However, they have always given them such a tough time
Mm.
mm,
at Old Trafford. Like, there is the part of history where numbers say that, oh, United have always won. But whenever I have tried to watch this game, I've
mm,
always felt that there is a sense of, discomfort during this game.
yeah,
Like,
Mm.
there was a 4-4, Steven Pinar, Marouane Fellaini. There was this 2-2
wow,
that happened. Like, yeah, just that niggling feeling that something might go off here. By the way, things went off for Everton with that red card incident with Idrissa.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was bad, but
I just felt that it was Michael Keane who shoved Gay first,
yeah, yeah.
yes,
Yeah, they are saying that
which
Gay slapped him or something. I didn't see
he
that in
did.
it, it,
highlights.
it wasn't kind of a slap or whatever
He
you call it. He
basically hands
raised his
him.
arm. Huh, he
Yeah,
raised
Yeah.
his arm, right? But I just feel
Yeah,
Idrissa
Keane
was
pushed him. Yeah.
reactionary, where Keane was the one who shoved him first.
instigated it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
instigated
yeah,
And he
it.
took
And
the
again,
clear pass to him, and he didn't
mm,
go there, and he didn't block Fernandez, and he didn't go to the ball at all. So I think that's
and I
where
thought
he was
Fernandez
frustrated.
scored the way the ball was swerving. I thought it already went in. And
Hmm.
again, from a dynamics perspective, Gay is the senior in the team. He's giving
yeah,
him the hair dryer. He's saying, "Man up, go for the ball." And Keane is like, "Who the hell are you to tell me?" And just shout it. And
yeah, yeah.
Gay did, I think, touch his face. Uh, but yeah, faces the rules. Whoever, if you raise your hand, even if it's your teammate, you're off.
Yeah. And as we get into next week's, like the current week's predictions, I think just one thing after United had the man advantage, even in the second half, Gary Neville called it out in his Gary Neville podcast on Sky Sports that uh, even with a man advantage, if you are having four people behind the line of the ball, you are
Mm,
never going to make good use of it.
Hmm.
yeah,
Like he was actually calling them out that why is Shaw not bombing in the box? Just have the man advantage work for you. It's like with the one man who has the ball, you had at least two or three players in the same line.
yeah.
So yeah, just one thing to watch out for on United. Again, don't seem convincing at all. Which brings me to my question that potentially I might actually swap out Mbuemo. But yeah,
Whoa.
before we get there, yeah, let's get into the games for this week.
So yeah, I've just brought up the fixtures for this week's predictions. Uh, yeah, quickly we could just run through, starting off with. So again, one of the things that I'm pretty sad about that there's no early evening kickoffs. Everything is a late evening kickoff for us, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So little bummed about that. But yeah, Brentford Burnley. Uh, I honestly think Burnley are going to score, even though you both are predicting that's going to be a clean sheet for Brentford. And yeah, I'm taking a bold prediction that Thiago is not going to be on the score sheet this game. Very, very bold
Penalty
prediction.
knew.
Yeah. And he's going to score two penalties. That's what's going to happen irrespective. But he's not going to score this game. Again, having watched
Wow.
it, he's
What a
not going to.
prediction for City and Leeds.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
pretty.
banger prediction? I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, moving from I don't know 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. Wow.
extremely and completely biased. Willing that something happens. And
No,
Haaland,
but I just have that feeling with this game that it's
Yeah.
going to
yeah,
be a 5-0.
Yes, yes.
yeah, it is, it is, it is.
It has all the ingredients set up for a 5-0. And
Yeah,
just to sum it up, right? Starting from City, they lost midweek. Haaland was rested. They
Hmm.
lost last week against Newcastle. That is something that they are angry about.
yeah,
They come into this game. They are at home against a Leeds team who suffer away from home. and I've said this many a times, the
Barca.
whole Daniel Farka and away games and how he approaches it. This has all the ingredients perfectly set up for a thrashing.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry to any Leeds fan. Yeah, who's watching, but yeah,
I don't think there's many
it's
people
going away.
watching, but
Yeah, whoever might in the future. Yeah,
whenever
you never know.
archival footage, yes.
Yes, yes. On to the
But
next one, Sunderland Bournemouth. We sorry, yeah, Adarsh, go ahead.
so one last question. I know everybody thinks of Haaland. Is that who's your second shout for another player who you might get in? This is for somebody like who's free hitting like Chimpy.
Nico
Uh,
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly for sure, yeah. And
okay,
then Doku or Cherky. Like Foden,
and
I get his the vibe. I know he's been good for the many seasons in FPL, but this season he's just not clicking. He's always like he might be in the box, but he's not getting that volume. So I'm going for Cherky or Doku as a third pick apart from here. But yeah, Haaland and O'Reilly for sure.
and you're not concerned that Ait Nori started in the midweek. He could potentially.
No,
Uh,
because see, anyway, Aitner is going for AFCON. Pep will want the rhythm for O'Reilly and for him to take the mantle for those 4 5 game weeks, even if like even when the Nouri is on the AFCON duty. So I think
No, Ed Nuri played exactly because O'Reilly will play over the weekend.
yeah, and
I'm
exactly
pretty certain
he
about that.
played
Yeah.
the midweek also. Yeah,
Yeah.
Got it. And just on that, Foden being good for FPL, he's only scored more than 10 goals twice in the last 5, 6, 7 seasons. 19 being his best season, which is the 23-24 campaign. Other than that, it's all been
I remember last
um,
season or
full of-
season before that I
yeah,
owed him, and yeah, he was good during that
yeah,
purple
he's doing
patch,
the
but
yeah,
it's not
correct,
in
correct, correct.
the like he again. Anyone can score against Leeds. It might be Foden hat trick or something, but I
No, no,
would
no.
go with the Cherky and
Haaland,
Doku numbers.
Haaland, I'm sorry. We need a Haaland 5 for it.
Okay, everybody
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
Haaland. No one won't matter much, but
I'm doing a triple captain, so
oh
I'm
yeah, then
Okay. We'll come to that part. Quickly running through the rest of the predictions. Sunderland, Bournemouth, Chimpy, you're going for a draw. I think Adarsh and me are going for a again a scoring Bournemouth win here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sunderland and home again. Yeah, I know they are not exactly clicking after the Arsenal game, but yeah, still a tough team, a tough game to go to. So I feel they will just keep them at
I'm
bay.
just I'm just inclined on Semenyo playing, and I think he's going to get on the score sheet this game. Majorly because they're slightly toothless right now, and him coming back could potentially incite some kind of recovery for them. Uh, and moving on to the next game, Newcastle going away to Everton. Uh, Pranav, after all of the spiel that you gave, you're still predicting that Newcastle is going to beat Everton 2-0 away
Yeah.
from home.
Yeah. Yeah. Because now I feel it's Newcastle's time where they are clicking more. It's not about what Everton did last week. It's more about how Newcastle are feeling
Hmm.
going into the game. I know they lost against Marseille, but having said that, I just feel uh, they are more fluid going forward. The nil two might still become 1-2 or 1-3 or whatever, but just going forward, they are far more fluid, and that should help them get over the line. And for Everton, I feel they're that kind of team who get, how do I say, very
They,
quickly excited by
yeah,
1 week's result, and the next week they can have a drop off.
understood.
Uh, yeah, that's how I look at them, and which is why I feel Newcastle will win this one fairly comfortably. Wow, we have
One
three
of,
different results
I was
on
just going to say
this
that
game.
one of us is going to get it right for sure.
Yeah, let's see, let's see.
On to the next one, Spurs Fulham. You both have gone for a draw. I've gone for a Spurs clean sheet. I'm just relying on Van der Ven turning up. Romero is not going to play this game
Hmm.
because he's suspended. But I think Spurs at home are slightly more better than away. Uh,
Hey, what?
yeah,
Spurs are actually extremely bad at home.
I'm from
Spurs
a
have won like 5 in last 18 at home.
5 in last. Yeah. Oh, wait, let me just. I may want to change my prediction. like
Yeah,
to come back.
Spurs are an away team. Like they are the opposite of Newcastle. Newcastle are a home team. Spurs are an away team. That's how it's kind
Long.
of set in my mind.
Mm, I don't really think so. Or rather,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm very sure.
They won more away. My bad, my bad. Yes, but I still stick with this result
You're the
because
one who told us that
ridiculous.
Spurs have lost one game less than what Arsenal have lost at home since Arsenal
Yeah,
moved to
yeah.
the Emirates. Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah,
yeah.
but still, Van der Ven is starting for me, so I have to go for it. And
Such a
he's going to,
biased take. Oh my God.
and he's going to wear the captain's armband again because there's no Romero. So let's go, Van der Ven.
Chimpy, quick thoughts on this game.
Difficult to predict. I think, as you said, Fulham will give a tough game to Spurs, but very difficult game to predict. I think that's why I've just gone for a 1-1 draw.
Mhm. Palace United. Clearly, everyone rooting for a Palace win. I won't be surprised Adarsh has put 4 goals for Palace just because he owns Palace assets again.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's going
nothing
to
to
be a
do with
banger. It's
yeah,
going to be a
nothing
banger.
to do with how he actually feels the game will be.
No, no, I really think it's going to be a goal fest, majorly because United are going to have to go for it. Uh, uh, and again, slightly more pressures off for them because they're away from Old Trafford, so they can attack more freely. I think Bruno, Mbumo, all of these guys will push for a goal, push for a result, which will make them slightly more
But
open for Palace's counter attacks as well. I think it's going to be a very fun game for a neutral to watch. Not for a United fan, but definitely for a neutral.
and Cunha is not there again, so either
Correct.
Mount or Zerki, someone will start at top. It will be, and Sesko is also
Yeah,
out, so it will be a tough
exactly.
for
So,
United.
exactly, which is why, which makes more reason that United try to attack and get caught on the counter attack because Palace are gonna maraud them uh, because they just can't score. United just can't score. They're reliant on Bruno or Mbumo.
Yeah, just one thought on Palace. Uh, and I know we had discussed this probably in one of the very early game weeks. I just feel we are getting to that part of the
Yeah,
season where the fixture crunch is hitting Palace big
yeah.
time, and it's something to watch out for. I think once they lose SAR for AFCON, but maybe even before that,
Hmm.
I kind of sense that soon, mm, like FPL teams will have to dial down on Palace quickly
Yeah,
Hmm.
because it's just going to be too difficult for them. Like they play United now, they have a midweek game, then they play Sunday again, then they play Arsenal again in midweek. So it's going to be quite crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, the Arsenal midweek is like 2 weeks from now, but yeah, still.
yeah. Point
Also,
again. Agree.
Yeah.
Aston Villa
Uh,
Wolves. Only Adarsh is going for Wolves win.
um,
Even without having any Wolves asset in his team. So.
Or,
I think I just want chaos.
or maybe he's just slid someone in, and that's why he wants the Wolves win.
No, no, I think it's just chaos majorly because so many people are counting on Aston Villa.
Mhm.
And having seen Emery as a manager of my own team, I think he's going to fumble this game. Uh, he usually Emery sets up his team very well to play the underdog, but when they are the team that's usually having the possession or the onus to solve it, he usually fumbles it. And I think this game could be one of the games where Wolves break their duck. And I think they've yet to win a game, so this
Yeah.
could be the game where they finally win in the Premier League. You heard it here first, guys.
Sure. Okay.
And
From
come back
there
to
to
it.
the next one where again we have three different
Hmm.
predictions. There's a Forest loss, Forest win, Brighton, Forest draw. Okay. I'll quickly do my thoughts. I just feel this will be a classic Sean Dyche shutout, is what I think, and nothing more. Yeah. That's my take.
No, but Brighton are good team to break that
It,
shutout.
it's
I,
it's
I
that
feel so.
yeah
That's why.
yeah. Of course, no, not denying, but I just feel like Sean Dyche will just be like, boys, it's just going to lock them down.
Mhm.
Nothing else. No bullshit. One long ball, counter attack, we score. If not, we take the nil-nil and end this.
Mhm.
I think I personally think this is the game where somebody like an Igor Jesus is gonna catch people's attention. I think he's still yet to score in the Premier League. Uh, I feel this could be a game where he's gonna come in. He's shown signs, but Daesh will find his talisman or start finding his talisman similar to what he did with Wood, etc. in yesteryears with Igor Jesus this game.
We'll see. We'll see. On to the next one. West Ham Liverpool. Wow, it almost seems like we are just predicting goal fests all around this week.
And
Uh, I,
and the funniest
I'm
thing
the
is
most
given
conservative on the goals here.
yeah, and
yeah,
given the
even on the
fixture
City one, you're just like, oh, just only 4-0.
Yeah.
given the fixture crunch, there's more likelihood that there's not going to be a goal fest, but that's not stopping us from predicting it.
Yeah, yeah.
But this
My
will be
thoughts
a test
before,
for Liverpool.
yeah,
Like if they lose this, then I don't know, man. It will be a difficult turnaround for them.
my thoughts. This could be the game where Slot's job is on the chopping board. Uh, I think like somebody, I think Nuno is gonna make sure he's gonna make it tough for Liverpool to get a result out of him in this game, and he's going to set up his team in such a way that they are going to make sure that they're going to hit Liverpool where it hurts. I think it's going to be a very tough game for Liverpool, and they're going to lose.
Now that you say it, I actually feel that I might change my prediction and it might end up being a low scoring game
Mhm.
because Nuno will like just tactically try to suppress Liverpool
Hmm.
without trying to score. I mean, not trying to concede, but without trying to go too much on the front foot. So yeah, I might relook at that one. Yeah.
So Nuno's games, especially against the big sides, were always on transitions. And
Hmm.
given that they have three players on top, which is Somerville, uh, Callum Wilson, and Bowen, who are all comfortable on those transitions, and given the kind of goals that Liverpool conceded against PSV, uh, I think they're going to lose it in the transition. And they have people like Paqueta, who is back, who are able to supplement those transition balls as well. So, yeah, my thing is, I think Slot is gone, but let's see.
Cool, cool. Chimpy, why don't you start with the Chelsea Arsenal one?
See, Adarsh is biased towards his prediction. I agree because he owns those players. But this is such a biased fan prediction that you two are putting. Okay, you are coming at Stamford Bridge, so yeah, it's not going to be 0-2, 0-3 at all. We'll all be watching this live, so let's see how
Yeah.
it goes. But yeah, see, so honestly, it will the Stamford Bridge is always difficult. I know Arsenal are in a different league right now. They are playing like superbly well. I give Arteta and team credit for that. But because of the result midweek, I think Chelsea is also in a very good mind space going into this game, and I think that's why we will give tough game to Arsenal for sure. Uh, we might nick it, but it is difficult given how good run Arsenal is having right now. And yeah, Cole is back, but I don't think he will start. It will depend on the team, and as Pranav mentioned, if Estevao start and if Neto will definitely start, and if we make those good runs and give Arsenal a goal in like if we score within like first 10-15 minutes, it will be difficult for Arsenal to come back. So yeah, I predict it will be a draw or a slight margin win. I don't think 0-2 or 0-3, but let's see.
Oh, so you're thinking that there is no chance Arsenal are winning this game?
No, slight win like 1-2 or 2-1 to any of the teams or a draw.
Oh, okay, okay, got it, got it. I completely get it. I agree. And then it's the part that you said where the midweek game has given Chelsea players so much confidence
Hmm.
that that might actually make them like so pumped for this game. Uh, but I just don't see Arsenal conceding 2 goals. That's my take. I still feel it can be 1-2. Close game can be 1-2. But I just feel on the balance of play over 90 minutes, Arsenal have got it a bit more. And probably this is again one of those games where they'll have to show it that they have got it
Hmm. Yeah.
to get over the line. So we'll see.
My reason for 3-0 is basically,
We're not even asking.
yeah. So yeah, I will still say it. So before the Spurs game, Chimpy. Pranav asked me quickly, what's your predictions? I said 3-0 comfortable win. He said 2-0, but slightly more closer. Given the results, given the week that Arsenal have had, and especially given that Chelsea are number two, they've had a great week. Arteta is going to make sure the team is so pumped, the team is so up for it that this game, I have a good feeling that Arsenal will not concede, which is why I want to do the transfer that I'm planning to do, which we'll talk about later.
No, but what
Uh,
you mentioned exactly applies to Chelsea also. That good midweek game, 1-2 in the table, time to bridge the gap from 6 to 3 points. Everything applies to the Chelsea also, and that's why I feel it will be a tough one.
Fair enough, fair enough. I agree. See, the game is going to be won and lost in the midfield. Depends on
Rice
how Kai.
versus Caicedo.
Funnily, I think it's going to be Caicedo versus Zubimendi.
Oh,
Uh, I think that's what's going to make the game change because for whatever 100 million you guys paid for Enzo, Rice is the better player by a long shout. Zubimendi and Caicedo is where the match is going to change because um, who is going to see the ball more between them is going to decide the run of play for the game, is going to decide the tempo for the game, is going to decide how the game is going to be played and which sections it's going to be played at. So I'm very excited for that battle because it's not yet been spoken about,
yeah.
but we are potentially seeing the two best number sixes in Europe right now play against each other. Vitinha, of course, I'm not like that's a different, but two of the best potentially number sixes, at least in the Premier League, play against each other, and I think it's going to be a very very exciting battle. But still, uh, I don't think Chelsea are going to score against Arsenal.
One very last thing before we get into team dilemmas and chip strategy, because I think that's very important to cover. There's a lot at play. Uh, Neto has been playing on the left for Chelsea. Of course, they keep swapping. Like Garnacho plays on the left as well. I just feel it's the battle, and we spoke about this when we were discussing results from last week. Is Arsenal's left back versus Chelsea's right winger. Uh, that's the area where I think Chelsea will try to expose Arsenal,
Mm.
especially with no big Gabby there to
Mm,
cover that part. Uh, n- that's the area I am like kind of in my head thinking about. Yeah, when they're especially like I'm almost kind of on the like looking at Stamford Bridge, and when Chelsea go from left to right, it's this side where I'll be always cautious on what's
Hmm.
happening. Yeah,
Are you
let's
gonna?
see.
Are you expecting Hincapie or Mosquera to
No, no,
start?
Mosquera plays. Yeah,
I think
Mosquera has to
Hincapie.
play.
I think Hincapie starts majorly because we need a left footer, and Hincapie would be able to dictate, like would be able to open passing lanes on the left.
I
Uh,
don't know. I just feel Mosquera is the more comfortable player right now in the entire system. So
hmm,
maybe Mosquera, but yeah, either but like both of them have proved that they can play
it's an understudy.
and
They're better than
complement. Yeah,
Kivior,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is a statement unto itself. They're better than Kivior as an understudy. Which
yeah,
again,
yeah. Cool. Going to the chips and games,
yes.
the strategies for the week.
just bringing that up. 1 second. I think we'll start with Chimpy, and then
Yeah,
we'll move on to the rest of the folks. Chimpy, just tell me your thoughts, or tell us your thoughts on
Yeah.
why the structure, which other fixtures tempted you.
Yeah. No, so more, yeah, obviously fixtures are there, but there are multiple factors as we discussed on the WhatsApp group also. So I had three Crystal Palace players against United, where again
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, we know that okay, Crystal Palace will win, but
Yeah.
how comfortably given the fixture condition, and again that was a doubt. Mbuemo against Crystal Palace, Saka and Enzo in my team, and Raya in my team, and I think after the mid game week we will score at Stamford Bridge. So again, and Liverpool's downward form, uh, and so putting everything this together, and given that my team was looking good in game week 14.
Hmm.
Uh, 15 I will have to transfer, which I will use to either remove Sar or Enzo,
15,
somebody.
Yeah,
And
15 you
anyway,
will
we
have.
have to use all the transfers by 15.
Correct.
So I'll have two transfers for 15 to fix my team, and then I'll be topped up with five transfer in game week 16, which I can
Hmm.
again navigate where most of the other folks who are not free hitting in free hit 13 in game week 13 will free hit. So I'll have those five transfer to tackle if anything goes wrong. And
Hmm.
then, so what I did is basically I checked my team from game week 13 till game week 17, 18, and I felt that this is the game week where I feel least confident about my team having a good score, and that
Hmm.
was the main reason why I pulled the free hit button. And obviously, coming into the fixtures, yeah, City we all are predicting 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. It is that kind of a game. Triple
Yeah.
captain Haaland is definitely makes sense, but
Hmm.
triple captain you can captain anyone. You can captain Salah also, Saka also in game week 16 against Wolves. You can captain again Haaland against Sunderland, which is on a downward trend, or you can captain him against West Ham again.
Yeah.
It's just about one player doing good. Free hit you need to have a good team overall and basis your current team versus how it's looking. So I just did that free game week 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can manage those game weeks, but free 13 looks then most sensible, and hence I'm going ahead with it. Just coming quickly 1 minute on the team. Because of the Wolves' bad run of form, I'm going
Yeah.
with two Aston Villa defense and one only in attack because, as we discussed, we don't know who will score. So I just want a 90
Hmm.
minutes man, hence Rogers. Collins
Okay.
and Vanderberg is a 50, like 50-50 toss of a coin toss. Salah, I just want, okay, this is the game week. He will come back given the what Pranav mentioned about his dribbling and he finding his touch again and again. On on City, O'Reilly and Haaland picks themselves up. Thiago picks themselves up. It's just about Cherky and Mateta or Sar and someone 4 million and below in the forward. That's where I'm contemplating. Cherky, I'm more or less now comfortable. I was with Foden and Doku, but I just want that a bit punty pick, which I'm not want Malen on that. I want Cherky as a punty
Okay.
pick this game week, especially after his 65th minute sub. Like he didn't start and then he came in 65th minute in the mid game week. So the,
So,
Yeah,
two
just
questions.
one. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, Otara, was that somebody who you considered given how direct he is? And also, there was a stat that I read that uh, versus or Leeds usually concede more from the right back than the left back, and the right back has also had more DEFCON contributions.
again,
Uh,
yeah. So I just like watching Shada. I remember him seeing him last season also scoring that hat trick when he just came off his something on those line, and even in this season, technically he's doing well. It's again a difficult call, or Dango
mm.
or Shada, but again for the minute safety, again he'll play 90 minutes for sure, Shada, and for that. I don't want Dango. Like again, it's a equal. Anyone can score on a given day. It is a luck-based thing. So I just want a 90 minutes man because Dango will get substituted at 60th, 70th minute.
And one more last question before we move on to Pranav. Instead of Mateta and Salah, have you thought of, let's say, Isak plus somebody else? Majorly because Ekiteke is not going to play because of his
Yeah,
injury.
but Isak, after going into Liverpool, T-shirt hasn't really clicked in. So that's
Hmm.
why I don't want to take that. It's a very, very high risk, high reward thing, which I don't want to take.
Got it. Got it. Cool. Sorry, Pranav, for cutting you before.
No, I had just one thought. You're going double on Villa defense. Is Munoz a better pick?
I can go Munoz, but then I need to downgrade someone. Either I don't know if I have money, if I downgrade Collins or I think I'll have that money. I think after downgrading Collins and Roseberry Hall,
I
but
think you have cash.
Yeah, you have cash too. Nice.
no,
Yeah.
so basically, I'm betting more on the bad form of Wolves versus a game against United where they might just score 1 or 2 goals. Basically,
Got it.
that's
Mm,
what I'm betting on with cash.
Exactly why I'm going chaos and Wolves winning.
mm, mm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Others we can go to yours because mine will take some time.
Hmm. Okay. So I Pretty straightforward. Doing the triple captain. Hopefully, Haaland.
Sorry. Before you say anything, it's just funny that Gabriel is still in the starting 11
Yeah.
for no good reason at all. Like he's like completely out of the game, but no, he'll still be on starting 11. Sure,
So the
yeah.
reason why I made this structure was because I wanted to see, like, am I gonna start Potts, Pedro, or Rodon this game week? No. If so, then my transfer has to be sorry, Gabriel out. If so, who am I going to get for Gabriel? Majorly because Semenyo most likely is going to play. That's what Iraola mentioned. If this is my dream structure, then who am I going to get for Gabriel? And the thought process is to go for Timber. Uh, I have been waiting till the last minute majorly because I want to see if there's any other information that's coming out. Anything else should I contemplate, because I don't want to rush my transfer given that I was not going to lose price. Uh,
Mhm.
and yeah, majorly currently thinking Gabriel to Timber. Another thought that I had, which I am contemplating if I should or shouldn't do, is given Leeds and City are going to play, do I get somebody like a Cherky for a Gakpo early enough because they're not doing well, and then start pods for Gabriel and do the Gabriel transfer next week? That's also something that I'm contemplating. I'm not really fully sure. Uh, so it's majorly, do I go for the upside or do I go for the long term benefit? Given that there's no price rises impending or price changes impending, but yeah, that's so. Do I do the upside chasing by getting Cherky for a Gakpo, etc., or do I go for the long term play, get Timber, because I think Timber is a player to get overall and long term.
Yeah. And just since you've not mentioned, like, you are going triple captain on Haaland this week.
Yeah, that was the first thing I mentioned.
Oh, okay. I missed that then. Yeah. Yeah. I was concentrating on Gabriel in your lineup then again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're
So,
Fair.
going Gabriel to Timber, right? This
so
final.
so the question is Gabriel to Timber, or do I go Gakpo or somebody to Turkey because of the Leeds fixture?
But then you will start Pedro or
No, no,
Pods.
no. I will start Potts. I will start Potts for sure. If I'm starting somebody, I will start Potts from my team. So Potts majorly because he hit Defcon 2 out of 3 times over the last 90 minutes that he played, and also he is on corners as well.
I think just for the long-term point of view, Timber makes more sense than going, say, Cherki or a Doku or a Foden. That's why
Hmm.
I might just go Gabriel to Timber. But again, like, and you are confident about Arsenal clean sheet, so why not?
Yeah. Then, we're going for the record. What
Interesting.
better statement than getting it or
Against
cementing
Chelsea.
it in Chelsea?
Others, it's only the 13th game of the season. Arsenal are not cementing anything right now.
Yeah, yeah. Statements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. So we have one free hit, one triple captain. That clearly has put me in a spot where I have, oof, I have no idea which way I should go. So this is the team, and I know I have been like sharing random thought dumps with both of you. So here's how I look at this. Palace at home against United is still a very good fixture. Given where United are, they also concede quite a bit. So a triple upon Palace. Maybe I'll still go double even if I free hit. So why not? Right? That's one thing. On triple captain, I feel this is like out and out probably the best game that's there. I know Saka versus Wolves is a really good game. Haaland versus West Ham can be a good game, but then again, it's West Ham away. I don't know if Nuno will have his ideas more well built into the players' minds by then. Saka against Wolves, there is a very minor random differential thought here where given fixture congestion, you have Madueke, Martinelli, everyone coming back for Arsenal. You never know how many minutes Saka will play. Like if Arsenal are comfortable 2-0, 3-0, where Saka affects the game, but he's not on the score sheet, like how it happened against Spurs, and then he's subbed off, right?
Mm.
minute
Whereas for City,
before.
it's Chimpy your theory of like where the attack is going through, and
No,
it
no, agree.
all funnels through Haaland. Yeah.
So
No,
agree.
no,
You
I'm just
have
like
to
giving
do
you my thought process. Yeah.
no. So you have to do either free hit or triple cap. If you are not doing the free hit, you have to triple captain. I
Yeah, yeah,
feel.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So coming to that, then I feel like triple captain wise, I feel more confident about this week than any other week. Is my thought.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
If you are able to navigate game week 14 to 17 without taking a hit and finding a good week to free hit, you should definitely go for triple captain. I
Hmm.
think my team I am able to manage 14 to 16 before I get 5 transfer and then use 2 or 3 of the 5 to manage 16 to 19 or 20. That's why I'm free hitting this game week and I'll swirl on the
But
triple captain
but
later.
how far was your original team versus mine here? Like
Let
our
me
midfield was same,
check.
right? Saka, Sar,
No, I
Semenyo,
had
Embuemo.
Enzo. So I
Enzo instead
have
of Sar.
Richards instead of Munoz. Okay, so Munoz you get that upside which I don't. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
then Senesi agree there is that. But I then had Virgil and Guardiol. So okay, instead of Anderson, I could play Virgil or Guardiol.
yeah.
Then midfield Saka, Sar, Embuemo, yes, but Enzo I had, which again against Arsenal, I'm not very confident who will score, whether Enzo
Yeah.
will be
So
on
then
shooting distance.
Semenyo is better
Yeah,
for this week again.
yeah.
So Semenyo upside, Munoz upside, Haaland same. Did you have Mateta?
No, I had Mateta, Haaland, and Semenyo also. But Semenyo again, he is not again 100% to start.
Hmm.
And Mateta, Sar again. That's what I mentioned. That I do Mateta, even if he starts, definitely he's getting subbed off by 59th or 60th minute because there is another mid game week for Palace.
So wait, Chimpy, you had the same midfield, right? Along with Enzo
Only one,
as
yeah,
the fifth
along with
midfielder,
the yes, correct.
and your forwards were
Mateta and Haaland.
okay. So no Voltamada then,
No
right?
Voldemar.
And
Yep.
anyway, I want to switch Voltamada in that sense of going for someone else.
Mhm.
Here's my thought, where uh the random thought is if I pull out Embuemo
Mhm.
and pull out Van der Ven, I can get Foden plus O'Reilly.
Mhm.
Where then I am technically, what do I want from a free hit is to get three City players, plus I'm going the triple up on Haaland.
Correct. Uh, but you are betting. So basically, so see the difference between a good free hit versus a bad free hit and the others who are not on free hit will be United and Palace game because most of the folks have 3 to 4 United and Palace players in their team and Arsenal and Chelsea. These two matches will decide whether the free hit will be successful or non-free hit will be successful. So it's
But
more
not
about
true, right?
your gut
Your
feeling.
free hit, yeah, but your free hit has, let's say, three Villa players,
Yeah, yeah.
which I
So
absolutely don't have.
yeah, that is there. But suppose Villa matches your like Crystal Palace matches your Villa or does well, then you're so the reason for free it should be what do you feel about Chelsea versus Arsenal and Palace versus United. If you feel those two games will be very close, I don't know who will score. Even in your predictions, if you see, all of us have mentioned. I think apart from I think others that okay, United will also score while Crystal Palace will win. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I feel again Chelsea and Arsenal will be a difficult one. It will not be a straightforward win for Arsenal. Because of these two games, I'm not very sure how the things will go. I feel my game week 13 free hit makes more sense than any other 16, 17, where I'm sure what the results will be compared to game week 13, and accordingly I can get players in. Right now you're not sure about MBO. So and you have two transfer, right? I just had one transfer.
No, no, no. I am going for a -4. So,
Okay.
like,
Then basically Foden needs to outscore that 4 point barrier to give you
Yeah.
positive.
100%.
Yeah.
And I am thinking of it as a joint contribution that O'Reilly plus Foden have to outscore the -4 that I
Mm-hmm.
take. Right? The other thought here is I do Voltamada to Thiago, which
Mm-hmm.
is also like a free hit template that most of the people have picked.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hedging that I have Thiago now. Thiago, Mateta, Haaland will be similar to what you have. You have Sar, you have you don't have Semenyo, you have Rogers, and you have Embuemo, right?
No, no, in free hit.
In
No,
your
no,
free hit
no,
template.
He
no,
doesn't. He
no,
doesn't.
no, no. I
What's your
have
free hit midfield?
Salah, Sada, Cherky, and Rogers.
Oh. So it's the midfield where it's like
Very different.
completely
Yeah, yeah.
different.
Like I can
And
go
then
Sar and then go somewhere else on Mateta. I'll bench like the forward. That is another
hmm,
option. Or
hmm.
Mateta and this midfield. Like if I
So I have
get
Saka
Sar,
against
then yeah,
Salah.
yeah, yeah.
Saka against Salah. Semenyo
Shada
against
versus
Shada.
Semenyo, Cherky versus your
Embuemo.
Embuemo, and Rogers versus
Hmm.
your fourth,
Sar.
fifth Sar. Yep.
Which is not a bad matchup, I feel. Not
Again,
too
that's
bad.
what Chelsea versus Arsenal and Palace versus United. It comes down to two games. See, Shada definitely better versus than Semenyo, I
Yeah,
feel. Saka
yeah.
Salah, like those two games which I mentioned, and your Sar and Rogers again.
Hmm. Okay, sure. So, Chimpy, if you had my team, you would free hit, right? Because you had a similar team pre-free
No,
hit.
so you decide your plans for 14 to 17. What do you want
No,
to
no.
do?
I'm just asking. Given that you had a almost similar
I
setup.
will free hit, but that's what I'm saying. Triple captain is not bad shout at all, even in your team, because you are sure that okay, Arsenal will win. You are also sure that Palace might just keep a clean sheet against United and outscore United by a good margin. So in that case, triple captain also becomes a very very good option, and free hit then can happen in any of the upcoming weeks where you feel the injuries are there or there is a small turnaround. I don't know who will start, or wherever you feel that your team is not good.
Yeah. Hmm. The only other problem, by the way, on the free hit part, pushing it for later, is that as the fixture congestion grows from here,
Hmm.
the form might take a very random hit across teams.
Hmm.
Like with so much of fixture crunch happening, you never know what happens, and the predictability of games goes down massively at some point. It's the only fear of pushing out the free hit even further. However, given that next week potentially there is a week long break for some of the teams, I
Yeah.
don't know, like yeah, free hit 14 maybe.
But 14, if you just check your current team in game week 14, you will feel okay. I don't need free hit. Most of the matches are very good in game week 14 with your current players. That's why free hit 14, I don't think anyone will do because of the matchups and because of the players we already have.
Yeah.
It's then
Hmm.
either 15, 16, 17, any of those game weeks.
Hmm. I don't know. I'm still split on this one. So Chimpy, you would free hit. Others, would you free hit or TC with this team currently?
Okay. Specifically, I'll tell you which parts are similar between our team. Raya, Munoz, Senesi very similar. Semenyo, Embuemo similar. Haaland, Mateta similar. So differences: Voltamada, Saka, Sar, Anderson, four players. Uh, Instead of those four players, I have Pedro, who I'm benching. I have
No, no. Who's playing instead of them? Like,
so
just pick who's playing
it's
instead of them.
instead of playing Timber is going to play for me. Van der Ven is going to play for me. Then it's going to be Enzo who's going to play for me. Yeah, and Gakpo.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Okay.
with that team that I have, uh,
Why
and
are you
given
not free hitting?
because I wanted Timber, I couldn't free hit, take more price rises, take more price hits. I'm planning more from the longer term because those point two, point three could add up and potentially impact me later down the game weeks, which is why I went for it. Had Gabriel not been injured, had he been playing, I would have definitely thought of free hitting, majorly because in one fixture I have 3 to 4 players. But given that I'm not starting Pedro and I have a decent player coming in, I thought okay. Plus Gakpo is so everybody is going for certain differentials for them. Gakpo, for example, is my differential against the free hit template.
But Gakpo
Van der
might
Ven.
not just start also, by the way, because Words is almost okay. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry.
I
Continue.
don't think Wirtz is back yet. Wirtz could potentially train on Saturday, is
Hello.
what they said.
Hello.
So again, I am
अरे
hedging on those
पागल
kind of
है
bets.
मैं वही सोचू इतना
Enzo is a
जल्दी
Mhm.
bet
बंद हो
for
गया
me,
ऐसे कैसे.
probably for a DEFCON. Hopefully, it doesn't get on the score sheet. But 4 points is 4 points for me. I think Mbuemo will score. I think Mateta will score. Uh, so yeah, I'm hedging on those players turning up for their respective teams
Yeah.
and looking forward to see that. And plus, with that, the the hurt that City would be on, especially given 2 games where they lost. I don't think Haaland will be taken off as early as we expect him to be, because they want to make a statement. He will play 90, and if he plays 90 against this Leeds team, I think he will score. How many is depending on what shoes he's wearing, but I think it's on. I think he can definitely score 4 5 if he is on his day.
Got it. Got it. I have a very simple use my one FT, get Van de Ven out and get O'Reilly in is my
Hmm.
thought because
Hmm.
City anyway have decent fixtures coming up, so O'Reilly
Correct.
can just stay in the team
Exactly.
and then my defense suddenly starts looking better. Where Munoz is good, O'Reilly is good, like very good in fact. Raya is still a decent bet because of Arsenal's defensive record. And yeah, I think midfield is even stakes with the free hit team.
Yeah.
And
One
forward,
thing,
it's actually equal where I have the upside where I am tripling on Haaland.
and also one thing is Saka recently proposed uh, to his girlfriend, going to be
Oh.
wife, fiance. So I think he is gonna he could uh, be extra motivated to have a tribute for her as well.
Sure, sure. We'll see. We'll see.
I am calling it again. Just
Okay. Okay. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
I will still wait and contemplate a bit more till I
Just go
finally
through, yeah,
log
some
in.
of the Twitter threads or some of the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
tags thing, like
Yeah.
check different
The
teams.
the point that I'm uncomfortable with is where do I free hit next?
Hmm.
Like
hmm,
piecing now is the best option. I am fully bought in on that. But where do I free hit next is a bigger question mark for me right now. The other way the fixture congestion plays out is some of my existing players end up being suspended, injured, rested, whatever. And then I have short team news going into, let's say, the Boxing Day fixture where I'm like, okay, boom, let's just get the best players for this game and see it out.
hmm.
So yeah, let's see. All right, it's been
Okay.
a long
Yeah,
hour
yeah,
and a
yeah.
half chat
Very
this
very long.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. Thank you so
Okay.
much,
Thank
and see
you.
you again.
Yes,
Bye
yes.
bye.